Hello. So, in continuing with an off and on theme of flying mods that Trevor Phillips had asked for, this is the Flying Vampire Lord right here. This one. It is under 7 kilobytes, so it's super tiny. And with the Vampire Lord, you can fly. Just look up and sprint to fly. Now, this does actually work. It doesn't appear to work indoors. But once I was outside, it appeared to work just fine. So they also recommend using the Bat Vampire Lord because it makes you look more like a bat. And that is this mod here, which I'm not using. But it is an option if you wanted to look like a bat and then fly and look more like a flying bat. I don't see any problem with that. I just didn't do that. So I'm not using that, and you're going to see what that looks like. And it works well. I'm going to just tell you up front, it works well. There's no problem with the mod in and of itself. It's just our Vampire Lord form doesn't look very good, and the little bony wings look kind of dumb. So this person may be right when they say to use something that gives you some real wings. So even though I'm not trying this, it looks like this would give you at least better looking wings. So just keep that in mind, and there might be other mods you could use as well. I haven't really tried any of that. I don't really play as a vampire or a werewolf very much at all, if you've noticed. Just not my thing. First of all, I enjoy playing first and third person, I do. But I want to choose what I play. And when I was originally playing Skyrim, and I was playing first person all the time, and all of a sudden, when you became a vampire or a werewolf, you were forced into this third person view with very limited options on what you could do. And I never liked that. It just bothered me. I was like, So I just don't do that very much. Alright, so enough explanation of that and my personal preference and problems and issues. The Flying Vampire Lord. This works. I've tested it. I've got Chuck ready. Yeah, Chuck's our new guy. I've got him standing by. I decided I was going to get rid of him, and I decided why. He's convenient. He works. He'll be just fine. So I'm just going to show you. This works for female or male, but I'm just going to show you Chuck. It doesn't matter. Chuck is the man in the tin can. I've got him in some cool armor from a previous show, which I'm sure you'll remember. And, well, my load was faster a minute ago. Nonetheless, so we'll take him. He's going to be outside of Whiterun. If you're too close to town and you become a vampire lord, you take that form, you get a bounty and stuff. So I've been out here messing around, and I got into trouble several times and had some fun. But let's try not to get into too much trouble. Let's just go outside of town here, out into the plain. Just give me a moment, and we'll change to the Vampire Lord form. I usually don't get any problems doing it out here. Alright, so let's go ahead and change over now. I hit the button. He's going to change. Okay. Now, I really don't... Now, this is just the regular movement. It's kind of that levitation. Now, I'm going to hit sprint. And I'm going to point myself up. And as long as you keep moving forward, you're fine. Now, the minute you stop moving forward, if you let go of the stick, he won't levitate at level. He comes back down to the ground. It doesn't hurt you, though. So, but you can fly, and it does something to keep your stamina up. I think it gives you some super stamina regen. And the only thing about it is those wings look so pathetic that it doesn't look realistic. I would rather he just flew and his wings were just out of the way, because they look so atrophied. But you could fix that by doing the other vampire lord form. Nonetheless, this does work too. The only problem is like I said, when you stop, you're gonna float down to a landing. So don't stop unless you mean to stop. You know, don't stop in the middle of somewhere like this fort that you don't mean to stop in. Let's just go over here for a minute. We'll have a little fun with these guys. Now, I do not have... Do we have some guys here? Yes, we do. How nice. Hello. How are y'all doing? Oh, I've got those stupid spells on. This is another thing I hate, is like, okay, how do I just fight? I just don't want the spells. And I don't want to... There, we'll just move on.
I can take you.
Alright, so let's get out of here. Since that's not working for me, and I can't remember how to fight, it's so stupid. All I want to do is just fight physically, and I have to get rid of the spell off my hand and all that stuff, and it's just annoying. I know, I'm grumping about something that it's just the way it's always been. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just me. It's just me. I never liked the idea or the way they implemented it, so... Nonetheless, our real point is the flying. See, I made the mistake. I let up. But our real point is the flying, and the flying works. All you have to do is tap sprint, look up, and just keep going. And you can fly. You don't have to keep flying high. You can fly low, and then you can fly back up. So, you can't do the Superman pose, but you can fly and have a good time. So, I think this works very well. It's not super fast, and it's not super slow. We've covered a good amount. Oh, I must have let up. Oh. Get out of here before I die. Look at that. I'm so low on health. That is so funny. I got the heartbeat going. Anyway, this works. It works just fine. There's no problem with it. I don't know if I dare land somewhere and try to heal myself or not. I don't even have any human blood stuff, so I'll have to probably revert form. Oh, well, that gave me a lot of my health back. That's good. There. Anyway. So there you have it. That's the mod does work. Wow, I lost track of where I was going in the menus. Just that quickly, my mind just went bleh. So funny. Anyway, so I'll just show you the mod again. It's very small, but it does work. It works exactly as described. I have the mod down at... You don't have to put it at the bottom. I left it at the bottom because it was convenient for me. If I was going to use it on a regular basis, I would put it up where I have my my jump mod, because it's really just a kind of a slight game change. It's kind of a little tweak. But that is the Flying Vampire Lord. It's under 7 kilobytes. It works. Now you do have to be the Vampire Lord to use it. The rest of the time you're just going to be sprinting like normal. But that's it. So if you wanted to fly as a Vampire Lord, there you would have it. And of course you could use this, and you could use, if you go through the whole quest, you could turn the world into the vampire haven, and have the red sky and all that, and you could fly around as the Supreme Vampire Lord. I mean, it could be fun, And you notice some other things I'm looking at doing in the future. It's going to be a little while before I get to all these, but I'm trying to do one every now and then just to keep things interesting. So that's the Flying Vampire Lord. mod. Very small. Very good. Oh, you know what we did not do? Let me hop out real fast. Because I did not look at the modder's name. And I've been really trying to be good about giving whoever the modder is credit. Even if I can't pronounce whatever their name is, I just try to give them credit for it. I think, they're adding stuff to our game for free, or they're sharing little things that they created for free. So I appreciate that, and I think we should at least acknowledge that contribution. I think it's a shame when I forget and I don't do that, and I kind of feel bad about it. So this was done by... it's a G1EN2, which I think is supposed to be Glen2. Maybe that's supposed to be an L, but it looks like a 1 to me. But anyway, Glen2. So that's the modder that did this. It's very, very short, very small, and it works as described. So absolutely no complaints. And looks like they got it first try. Version 1. Boom. So you may not like the way it functions, but it functions perfectly as described. I don't see a problem with it. I don't know what you would do to remake it better. I guess you could make it have a hover instead of where you stop moving and you land, but I don't know. If I'm not moving, maybe I'm ready to land. So anyway, to me it makes sense. It works fine as it is, but take that for what it is. That's just my subjective thought. So, alright, so that is the Flying Vampire Lord. Hope you have a wonderful day. Remember to stay safe, and I will catch you later.